Chances are if you click on this video, you're already selling on Amazon, so I'm going to jump straight into it. Here's some reasons you're probably not as profitable as you think you should be while selling on Amazon using the online arbitrage or wholesale business model. The number one reason why you're not as profitable as you think you would be, and it's a very obvious reason, but it needs to be discussed, is you're not doing enough product research. You're simply not as good as you need to be at reading Keepa charts to determine whether the product's good enough or not to buy. A couple of cues that I like to look for when I'm actually looking at the Keepa charts is making sure the competition isn't rising at a super high pace, especially if the product has a higher sales rank. If the product's rank is really low and the competition is rising at a rapid rate, I sometimes overlook that aspect of the Keepa chart simply because it's selling so fast that I don't really think it's going to affect the price. But if your product is at a higher rank in its respective category, it's definitely something to keep an eye out for and actually pay attention to. As an example, if a product has 10 sellers on it for a consistent amount of time and all of a sudden it jumps to 60 sellers, chances are it's either on some sort of leads list or one of the big retailers just put it on sale and a lot of people are jumping on it to sell it. Now if that product is selling over 1,000 times a month according to your software, this isn't too big of an issue. But if the product is only selling 100 times a month, then maybe you want to keep an eye out and make sure there's enough profit margin in that buy to where if the price does come down, you can still get out at a break-even price. Now that's just based on the seller count. Another thing I want to look for is the actual price consistency of a product. Sometimes if a price is on a slight price spike, I'll still go ahead and purchase it as long as within the last 3 months, the lowest price that it's ever been at is still at break even from my buy cost. We're in this business to make money, but over an extended period of time, after purchasing hundreds of different items, you will end up buying products that don't turn out to be as good as you would have liked. At the very least, we want to get out at break even. So I will never purchase anything that's been at a price within the last 3 months where if the price ended up dropping back to it with my current buy cost, I would lose money on. Make sure you're not making the same mistake and you're actually looking at an extended graph at least to 90 days. But the more data you have, such as the year, the more confident you can actually be in that purchasing decision. You really need to be a master at Keepa. That is the number one reason why you're not as profitable as you'd like to be. I filmed the Keepa video. I will drop that in the description below. That video will walk you through everything Keepa has to offer and you get a deep dive into my brain and how I actually use Keepa to make sure I'm not purchasing bad inventory. Another reason you're probably not as profitable is because you are not managing your inventory properly. This also ties in with repricing your inventory. If you're doing over $10,000 a month in sales and have 20 plus different products, if you're not already utilizing a repricer, you need to be doing so. There's plenty of different options on the market. You got Aura, Be Cool, Seller Snap. Test them all out, see which one works best for you. The reason a repricer is so important and why you're probably leaving money on the table if you're not using one is because it'll maximize your profit per each item you sell while still giving you as many sales as possible within your certain criteria. If you're manually pricing your items, let's say you have this item right here, for example, you price it at $20 simply because the lowest FBA is also at $20. Your items are checked in and you're eligible for next day delivery. Your competitor isn't. You're still going to be selling your products at $20. You will be beating him in buy box because your delivery times are faster. Now, if you had a repricer and you set your minimum at $20 and your maximum at whatever price you'd like, chances are that repricer is going to raise your price because you're still going to be able to get buy box versus the other competitor at $20 because your shipping times are so much faster. So simply by turning this repricer on, you could be getting an extra $1, $2, $3, $4+ per each unit you sell because the repricer is going in there, doing what needs to be done to bump your price up while still keeping you in buy box as much as possible and getting you as many sales as you need. So we can go ahead and dive into this in a second and see the correlation between the price, the sellers, and the sales rank. First things first, I want to get this out of the way. Here are the things that I keep checked on my Keepa. This is how I'm able to track it.